guys, so I'm jumping right into the tutorial today. I decided to skip brows and kind of jump right in because I've done brows multiple times on my channel. So I'm just priming her eyelids to get ready for the eye look that we're about to do. And, blending that out, making sure everything is ready and right for all of our shadows. I'm using, of course, my Jaclyn Hill palette, which I use for almost every single look on my channel. It is such a bomb base palette, and I really enjoy using it for a lot of looks over here on the channel. And I'm going ahead and blending this out. I'm using kind of brownish shade. It has some red tones in it, maybe some orange, but it's pretty light. It's nothing too heavy to start off. You never want to start with anything too dark unless you're going to work your way out, but I'm working my way in today, and I'm starting from the largest portion of her crease area. So I'm just blending that out. The key to this soft glam look is going to be blending. If you do not blend enough, your look is not going to go right. You really want to blend. You really want to make sure everything is blended out properly. Next, I'm going in with this nice taupey type shade. It's like a beige, but not really. It's a nice shade. I like to use this on the lid. It's kind of a bone color, but maybe a little bit darker than bone. And I'm using this on her eyelid to create that kind of soft look that we're going for. The reason I love this look is because it can be used for almost any occasion. You can do this for a wedding look, you can do it for a party, you can do it for anything almost, and it's really nice. Next, I'm going into the tighter portion of her outer crease, and I'm really packing that right into that outer edge to just darken this up. This color is a little bit of a more plum shade, but it's still neutral. It's still not too much, and that's the key to this look, is just don't do too much. If you overdo it, it's not gonna be soft glam anymore. So just don't do too much. Just go ahead and put that in there, blend it out, making sure everything is blended, because that is, like I said, the key to this look is having a diffused look. Next, I'm going in and blending again. I'm not sure if I used a different shade at this point, but I think I just was blending everything together, making sure everything was nice and smoky and ready. But I do think I used another shade. I'm not really sure. I don't remember, guys. Next, I'm going in, adding more of that darker color that we used earlier. The thing that you want to do with this look is keep alternating your shadows. Go in with the lighter color, go back in with the darker color, and just keep going until you get the pigmentation and the blend that you want. So as you can see, I'm going back and layering that bone color again to make sure everything is ready, because you want this look to look soft. You want this look to look just so blended and pretty. Next, I'm going in with a darker shade that I'm packing kind of right next to that other shade that we used earlier, and I'm just packing that really tight in there and blending everything together. I wanted this look to have some depth. I wanted it to have some dimension to it. I didn't want it to just be, two colors on her lid blended out. I wanted it to have some depth and something to catch your eye. Next, I'm going in and lining her eyelid. I'm using this e.l.f. liquid liner. It's a liquid black liner, and I'm not doing a wing, anything, nothing crazy. I'm just lining the lid so that it'll be nice and ready for lashes. I did end up doing lashes, but I did that off camera in today's video. I'm not the best at applying lashes. It takes me a few tries, so that's the reason that I did not include that in today's video. Like I said, we're just doing a simple line, nothing crazy. You can add a wing. I'm just not confident in my wings yet, so I try to stray away from doing anything like that, because it tends to go wrong for me. So I'm doing something very basic, very simple.
Getting lashes, you don't have no lashes.
Next, I'm going in and we're starting her base makeup. This is after I applied the lashes, and I'm using this MAC mineralized skin finish in the shade NC50. I want to say this is just a really nice shade on her. It looks a little light to me, but I kind of liked how it was, because when I went in and I built up the color with bronzer and blush, it didn't get too dark. And this foundation to me oxidizes as well, because I could tell it was getting darker as I went. So I'm really glad I went in with this shade and didn't go any darker. You really want to make sure you're blending. At first, I started off when I first used this foundation using a brush, but I found that when I use the beauty blender, I get more coverage, and it just gives a more of a flawless look. Next, I'm going in and using some concealer. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. Not sure what shade, but I'm using this to just give her a little bit more coverage around the mouth area, because that's usually where I find that people need the most coverage. So I'm using that just to add some more coverage and make sure the face is very flawless, and also blending around the area and in other areas just to make sure everything is nice and blended. That is the key to a perfect base. Next, I'm going in with this LA Girl Pro concealer. Yes, that's what it's called, and I think this is the shade Toffee, and I'm just putting this under her eyes and also in other places that I want to highlight her face. I'm really highlighting the shape of her face. Her face is like almost perfect model face, because she has all the features that you want when you're doing makeup. She has the perfect places to highlight, she has cheekbones and all of that you can highlight and contour the areas that you want. So that's the reason I kind of liked doing her face. It was just amazing. And I'm blending that out. I'm alternating between my beauty blender and a brush from Real Techniques, just to make sure I get the achieved blend that I want. And next we're going to go ahead and bake. I'm using Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm applying this only under her eyes. I didn't want to apply anything else because I didn't want to take her skin any more yellow. So I'm doing the yellow under her eyes, and then I'm going to warm up the rest of her face. I'm using this, wait, no, I think this is Mineralized Skin Finish, not the foundation. I don't know, guys. I'm all mixed up today, but this is a MAC powder, and it's in the shade Dark Deep, maybe. I should have had my products with me while I did this, but okay, amen. Next, I'm going in and bronzing up her skin using this bronzer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this bronzer. It is one of the bronzers that I found that actually goes a little bit dark. I found this bronzer at TJ Maxx, surprisingly, and it was pretty affordable. So yeah, I'm really happy that I found this bronzer, because I use it for a lot of things now. Next, I'm going in and wiping off that Sacha Buttercup powder from under her eyes. You don't want it to sit too long because it will go cakey under the eyes, and you don't want that. You just want it to look flawless and perfect. Setting the concealer under the eyes will help to prevent creasing and from getting too oily in your T-zone. Next, I'm going in on top with that same powder we used to make sure it's nice and soft. Next, I'm going in and going under her eyes for a little bit of under eye shadow. I'm using that darker reddish color we used first on the outer corner of her eye, and then going in with a lighter tone in the inner corner. You want it to look very diffused and soft. You don't want it too harsh, but you want some depth in it. You want it to look blended, just as you did on the top of her eye. Just going in with this MAC pigment. I'm not sure what shade this is, but I'm putting this in the inner corner of her eye, and we're going to blend it all together to make sure it's very soft and light. I didn't want it too harsh of a glitter, so that's why I went with a pigment today, and I'm just blending that into the original lip color. Next, I'm going in with some blush from BH Cosmetics to give, the certain blush to her skin, Next, I'm glowing her up using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I'm just putting this on, the highest points of her face, cheekbones, nose, chin, and a little bit on the forehead. Just, so when the sun hits you, it's just, glowing, girl. You glow. Next, I'm setting her face with Morphe setting spray. I'm going in and lining her lips. This is from NYX, I believe it's the shade Espresso, to line her lips for a perfect nude lip. This lip was so perfect on her skin tone. I really enjoyed this because it balanced with the look. It wasn't overpowering at all. You can go in with a bolder lip. You can go in with something like a plum or a red, something to, if you want to glam it up a little bit more, but I wanted this to be very soft and very diffused and a light look. That's why I think this look would be perfect for a wedding or a party, or something where you don't want to look like you're doing too much, but you want to look natural at the same time. Next, going in with some lip gloss from NYX as well to gloss up her lips, make sure they're not too matte. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today's tutorial. That is all. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an upload. See you next time. Bye.